The Democratic Alliance in Gauteng has announced what it calls a major new step in its campaign to hold those linked to the alleged 2 billion rand looting at Tembisa Hospital accountable. The party says the move is aimed at increasing pressure on provincial leaders. SABC News reporter Luyanda Danca has more for us.
We are in Crown Mines near Soweto and Deep Kloof, where the Democratic Alliance in Gauteng have announced what it's called its campaign. They are calling it a major new step as part of its campaign to actually hold those who are involved in the looting. Remember the 2 billion scandal looting at Tembisa Hospital. So this is part of the campaign of holding them accountable. The party believes that crime or corruption has gone unpunished. With me right now is the leader of the Democratic Alliance in Gauteng, Mr. Solim Simanga. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. Kindly summarize the action and also tell us what outcome do you expect?
Well, the Democratic Alliance has been for a couple of years trying to get to the bottom of what has been happening. We have been fighting about the issue of Tembisa buying skinny jeans. We have been fighting about the expensive buying of buckets that we don't know what they were serving, the buying of sofas. Yet when you go to Tembisa Hospital, you couldn't find enough beds. People were sleeping on floors. Children that were born were put in cardboard boxes, and so on and so forth. And this is something that we have been asking. How much money has actually been stolen here? Now we know a figure of 2 billion rand, but we know that this is just not, the end of it. We know that the health department in Gauteng and so many other departments are at the center of corruption, at the center of, looting and ensuring that the people don't get the services that they deserve. And this is why we are saying here today, this is part of a campaign going forward, where we are asking a number of things. One, we are asking for a full-on forensic investigation to happen, not just in Tembisa, but across a number of hospitals. What has happened at Charlotte Matlake? What has happened at Kalafong Hospital? What has happened in all these hospitals that we do have here in Gauteng? And this is what we are saying that we want to then do. But over and above that, we want to know how many Maumelas have benefited, from the cries and the death of so many people around Gauteng. And we want to know how many officials have actually then been held accountable. Babita Jokoran could have not died, in vain. And this is something that we have been calling for quite a long time. And this is why we are saying here today, we want the people of Gauteng to know exactly where money has gone instead of servicing them. We want the people of Gauteng to know that the Democratic Alliance is and will continue to then fight for them until we get to the bottom of what is happening and we have a reform in the Gauteng government.
Mr. Msimanke, what kind of response do you expect from your premiers or the Gauteng Department of Health as well?
Well, we're expecting the same kind of response that we have been, receiving all this time. We have asked for 177 forensic reports to be made available so that we get to the bottom of what has happened. Panyaza Lissufi and the Director General told us that they're not going to give us those reports because those reports, don't affect me as Solim Simang, or don't affect the DSO. They're not going to make those, available. We have taken this matter on. We have written to the Public Protector. We've written to the AG. We have now also written as well to the Information Regulator, which if we don't get those answers, we're still going to go to court. Because we do believe that people of Gauteng need to know what happened to 500 million that was spent in Anglo-Ashanti in a hospital that not a single person has ever even slept in or received any kind of medical care. What happened to the NGOs that were ghost NGOs that received millions of rands but never even used a single cent to then give to the children that were supposed to be receiving school uniforms or to be assisting the elderly? What happened to the monies that were supposed to be spent to ensure that the Escola transport that was supposed to be assisting people from poor communities that were supposed to be getting those and are not getting those? So this billboard is actually a representation of what is so systematic wrong in Gauteng. And this is something that we have been asking questions from this government, but unfortunately, we've been met with a disdain, arrogance, and level of disrespect, which we are saying it cannot continue to be the norm. If they don't give us the answers that we deserve, and we're going to give the public those answers, we are going to then approach a court of law. And in this instance, we are sure that we are going to win.